Hi everyone, my name is Phil and welcome to Phil Does 3D. I'm a multimedia and a 3D artist and I stream live on Twitch on Mondays and Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time if you're in the United States. That's 10 a.m. if you're in Australia, or around 1 or 2 a.m. if you're in the UK and Europe. I hope you guys and girls are well and you had a good weekend. Make It 3D says absolute lies. It's good to see you make it 3D. Hope you had a good weekend. Remember guys, if you did miss the live streams, you can catch up at any time by clicking the videos tab on my Twitch channel, or you can go to my YouTube channel, which is /PhilDoes3D. I upload all my previous streams to YouTube, but my YouTube streams are behind my Twitch streams. So if you want to see the very latest Twitch streams, head to my Twitch channel. You can find the link if you're watching me on YouTube in the description below the video you're watching now. Remember too, if you want to join the Phil Does 3D Discord server and become a Phildo, you can click the link in my panels, which you'll find in the About Me section on my Twitch channel. Make It 3D says, don't do it, it's a trick. He collects blood and sells it to the local Vampires Coalition. Evil! Make It 3D, you're nuts. We're going to continue working on the House on the Hollow game, which is available to wishlist now on Steam. Again, if you want to wishlist it or find out more about it, you can go to the About Me section on my Twitch channel, and in the graphics you'll find a link to the Steam store page. Or if you're watching back on YouTube, look in the description below the video for a link to the Steam store page. Okay, so yes, we're working on the Art Nouveau entryway and the driveway for the House on the Hollow, for the actual manor house. So we're going to continue doing that today. As usual, guys, if you've got any questions while I work, feel free to ask in chat. If you just want to say hello, that's always welcome. But if all you want to do is watch, that's completely fine. All right, I guess we'll jump straight in. Yeah, again, sorry last week. I couldn't stream on Tuesday last week because my internet went down. The whole east coast of Australia's internet went down. I don't know what happened. They haven't said what happened. But yeah, basically the entire east coast of the country had no internet. Well, at least with my ISP. I'm not sure about other ISPs, but at my ISP, they all went down. So that was fun. Sniper Girl's typing away in Discord. She says she's going to see the Doctor Strange movie, the new multiverse movie, I think it is. So I'll be interested to hear what she says about that, whether it's any good or not. She says in Discord, will do. Be sure to spoil every detail to everybody tomorrow. There you go. If you don't, block your ears tomorrow when she's on, because she's going to give us spoilers about Doctor Strange. I haven't seen it myself yet, so. All right. So I guess we'll jump straight into Unreal. So yeah, we're working on this entryway, the Nouveau entryway. She can't be trusted, Make It 3D says. No, she can't be trusted. You know she can't be trusted. We'll see what it's like. I don't actually know if I've heard any reviews about it, whether they've said it's good or bad or what. It looks okay in the promo videos, like the effects and stuff look pretty cool. The other Doctor Strange movies have been fun, so it'll probably be okay. We'll find out. I'm trying to pronounce your name. How do I pronounce your username? Gorilla? I'm sorry. I'm a bit dyslexic when it comes to usernames. I can't. I'll say Gorilla, but I know that's not what it is. It says bye viewers. Oh, hang on. That's that. Oh, Jesus. All this for some spam bot. Can somebody please ban that spam bot? Oh, thank you. You've already done it, Hellforge. Copy, bot. Yes, thank you. It takes me a while. I get caught up on the username and don't read the rest of the message. Why are there so many of these spam bots recently telling people to buy viewers and followers? Come on, Twitch. Do something about it. Really? Really, Twitch? Come on. And there was that well, I don't want to start with a downer on the stream, but there was that horrible shooting that happened in the United States where the person live streamed on Twitch. Way to go, Twitch. Come on, get your act together. Don't let people stream stuff like that. That's just terrible. So yeah, the shooter at the supermarket in the United States who live streamed his rampage. Which one? There's been a few. Yeah, I know. The reason there was a church shooting which happened as well after the supermarket shooting. I can't remember what city it was in, but it was a supermarket and predominantly coloured people, black people. This shooter live streamed himself shooting these poor people. And then he was wearing body armour apparently, so one of the security guards tried to shoot him, but because he was wearing body armour, it didn't do any good, and then the security guard got killed. The police caught him in the end, so he is in custody, thank God. But yeah, Twitch have got to get on top of this sort of stuff. You cannot allow people like that to be live streaming on Twitch. I mean, I know it's difficult because Twitch is live, but I don't know. It was just terrible. Just terrible. The whole thing was terrible. So it was a hate crime, basically. And yeah, the church shooting one, I'm not sure exactly what that was all about, but I'm pretty sure it's probably another hate crime. Bad. Well, there's just guns that they're bad. They're bad. I'm sorry, but they're bad. All right, so we're going to continue working on this. Yeah, Make It 3D says they're all hate crimes. They are. Anyone that shoots somebody else, for sure. It just seems to happen so often. Too often. I know you Americans love your guns and, you know, it's enshrined in, you know, in the way that you, in your being. But, see, in Australia, you can't carry a firearm. It's against the law. So, you know, you can buy guns in Australia, but you have to give them a reason for why you want one. And you have to have a license and all that sort of jazz. And I know in the United States you have to have a license as well, but it's much more strict here. And it's really only people like farmers and stuff that can carry or can purchase weapons. General population, no way. So. And I'm thankful for that. Helpwood says, only guns that are good are the ones you're rocking at the gym. That's exactly right. And, you know, I've heard the argument that guns don't kill people, people kill people. Like, that's just a nonsense argument. I'm sorry, but that's just crap. Guns kill people. People kill people, and so do guns. So get rid of the guns. You don't need them. You know, our police force carry guns, obviously. But unless you have a reason for needing a gun, don't get a gun. Don't carry a gun. There's only one purpose for a gun, and that is to kill people. I mean, come on. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to continue with this. I think what we might do is we might start by, I have to put the fence line and stuff around, and I have to put plants and stuff around. This is going to be the transition for anyone that doesn't know between this landscape you see here and the next landscape, which is where the building is over there. It's hidden at the moment. So we're going to be using like a transition point between these two landscapes, which will be between these two gate sections. This will all be covered, of course, and this is just a temporary little bridge so that we could do some testing. But we have to finish doing the actual driveway. So I think what we might do is I need to bring some soil into this little planter here. We'll go through and fix these plants and stuff growing through stuff where it shouldn't be in a minute. But yeah, I think we need to bring some soil in. Hey, Android Lust, it's good to see you, buddy. I hope you had a good weekend. I'm sorry about last week, everyone, again. My internet went down. The whole east coast of Australia on my ISP went down. Out of the blue, like I was getting ready to stream and noticed that my net went, well, actually, yeah, I noticed my net went down. My NTD box was fine, actually. All of the lights were green, but I didn't have any I could see on my router that the internet was out because it has a little white light when it's good and a red light when it's bad. And I noticed this red light when I got up and started to get ready for streaming. So I went online with my phone to the outages and advisories of my ISP, and yeah, sure enough, the whole east coast of Australia was down. And they have not told us why. So who knows? Maybe it was some foreign power. I don't know. So yeah, that was fun. And it didn't come back for hours and hours and hours. It wasn't until I posted on my Discord about, I think it was around about 1:30 in the afternoon for me, that it finally came back up. It was funny actually because I normally do my posts and stuff from my PC that you see me working on. So my Twitter and my Discord. But when my internet went down, obviously I couldn't use my main computer. I could have, I guess, I could have plugged my phone in and used my phone's internet. But I thought, oh, I'll do it on my phone. And I realized I don't have the Twitter app on my phone, and I'm not going to put it on my phone. So I had to log into Twitter via the web browser. Which in itself is really, that was Discord. And then I had to log into Discord. The Discord have an app, which again, I won't install on my phone because I don't want it. So I tried to log in via the web browser. But with the web browser, when you try and log into Discord, there is no option to actually log in with a password. So I had to switch my web browser to desktop mode, not mobile mode, before I could get to the login prompt to log into Discord. And because my Discord has two-factor authentication and so does my Twitter, then I had to get on my two-factor app to get the code to log into my accounts. And it was a major, major pain. Got there in the end, but yeah, and all logged in on my phone now. So if I have to actually, if it ever happens again, it won't be so much of a problem, but man. Helpwood says, speaking of getting ready for things, have some coffee. Good suggestion, Helpwood. He says, maybe a dingo sat on the internet cable and caused the outage. That poor woman, she's never going to live that down. You know she was exonerated in the end. She did not kill that baby. A dingo did get her baby. But yeah, it was terrible. The whole thing was terrible. This was many years ago now. But the world has never let Australia forget. And the shrimp on the Barbie thing with Paul Hogan. Oh, man. How are you guys going anyway? How is everything, Helpwood? You still enjoying the work at the game studio? All right, so yeah, I think we'll add some dirt in this planter thing here at the base. So what we're going to do is quickly jump into Max, and to make it easier, I'm going to select the base and use that as the mesh for the dirt, which I already have selected here. So I'm just going to detach this as a copy or as a clone. And let's see if I can select it here in Max somehow. Oh, Max. Max. Let's lift this up. So that should be a good mesh for our dirt. But we need a dirt texture for it. No, I can't remember if I've got one or not. I should have one, I think. Let's find out. Because we created one for the dirt inside of the hall section. Helpwood says, work's going all right. Finally started doing integration tasks. So that's fun, learning that pipeline. I do miss New York though. So I might sneak off over the big puddle and work from there for a while. That's cool that they fly you to New York because you're in Europe, aren't you? Yeah, no, New York would be a great place to live, for sure. Expensive though, I've heard. but certainly a great city to live in, or a great place to live. But I'm glad you're still enjoying it, and yeah, the integration stuff sounds interesting. Now, where did I put this dirt? I'm sure I've got a dirt texture, I just can't remember where. Where are you? Landscape. Maybe if I look under the hallway section. Yeah, I think I did have dirt here, but yeah, the garden beds, but it was actually created for the specific mesh, which is a bit annoying. So I can't reuse it. Alford says it's so flipping expensive. The place I've been staying there, over there, the rental loan for a 2-bedroom apartment is more than I make in a month after taxes. It's one of the most expensive places on the planet to live, New York. It's always been really, really exy. So yeah, no, that's not good though. 2-bedroom apartments more than you make in a month, man. Not good. But yeah, a great city to live in. So we can't use that dirt. So I don't think I have a dirt texture just on its own. What about, we created some stuff for the pots. What about that? Let me have a look. Where would they be? Where would they be? Pots. That's just the actual pot, that's not the soil. Where possible, I'm still trying to reuse textures that we've already created, or yeah, it just makes it easier, but it's less of a problem now with UE5, but I'm in the habit of doing that, so I'm going to continue doing it that way, because it's always better for performance anyway, even with UE5. But I don't know that I can find it, so I don't know if I can use it. We may have to create a new one, which is a bit of a bummer. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to jump back into Unreal and check the pots and the soil that we already used. Let's have a look. Where would they be? Where would they be? Sitting room, no. Indoor plants, maybe? Yes. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Even though this is pot dirt, if the material fits it, and it may. Where is this? This is textures. Hang on. This is in Models Max 2018, potted plants, plant to pot dirt. Potted plants, plant to pot dirt. Potted plants, pot to, what? Potted plants, pot to, pot dirt, okay. Let's just assign this to that, and let's have a look at the UV map on this. I don't know that it is UV mapped. Oh, it is. Let's do a repack on it. Helpwood says, to be fair, I'm on entry-level salary, so I won't be diving into Scrooge McDuck-style money pits anytime soon. Android Lust says, yeah, New York is expensive. Some people work 2 jobs just to get by. Wow. Yeah, I have heard New York is one of the most expensive places in the world to live. So 2 jobs just to get by is just terrible. Help it just copy and save. So what we're going to do with this, I think, is we'll try just having a look here, map channel. I'm so used to working with Rhizome now. It's been a while since I've actually worked in Max. Where is the thing I'm looking for? I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be down here, but where? No, that's not it. No, that's not what I want. Where is this option that I want? I'm so used to doing it in Rhizome. I guess we can always do it the old-fashioned way. We're starting to get a bit of a repeating pattern happening, unfortunately. But we may not have a choice. I'll try and move it so it's less obvious. We'll hide it toward the edges. It's that darker patch that's more noticeable as a tile. Helpwood says, yeah, I was looking for the tiling. I'm sure there's an option in here where you can actually set the number of tiles, like how much you want it to tile, but I can't for the life of me remember where. So say I wanted to set it to tile 4 times. There is an option here to do it, but yeah, I can't remember where it is. Like again, I'm used to either using it through this tool here where you can set the tiling value. Oh, that's where it is. Okay, it's actually here. Anyway, we're doing it manually just by scaling it does the same job. Okay, let's try and bring this into Unreal, and we'll see if Unreal can handle the tiling, because I can't remember off the top of my head whether it does or not, or whether I've got to set it up manually in the shader. Yeah, let's just rename this Nouveau Dirt, Nouveau Entry Dirt. And let's put it Nouveau Entry. Let's just put it here, Nouveau Entry Dirt. Actually, I'm just going to reset the pivot on this so it's centered to it. It'll just make it easier. Wait. Oh, no, that's right. That's fine. Okay. And I forgot to start my music. There we go. Now let's jump into Unreal. And I'm just going to open this up so it's here and I can access the material for it. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find... No, before we do that, let's import the dirt. Let me just minimize that. I was doing some stuff in SpeedTree, so I'm in the wrong directory. Nouveau Entry Dirt. Where did I put it? Nouveau Entry Dirt. Oh, good. No, I thought Unreal was smart enough to do the tiling for me automatically, which is good. I'm just going to look at the shader. This is interesting. From my memory of the last time I did tiling in Unreal, because I don't generally use models where I tile, because I do everything. The material is painted to the model, so I don't tile a lot of stuff in the engine. And there used to be that you have to set up the shade, you have to do it through the shader. But it looks like now it seems to be done through the model, which is interesting. Or has it always been? I'm sure I used to have to do it through the shader using a UV coordinate node. But it does not seem to be that way anymore, which is fine, which is cool. Makes my life easier. Normally, I'm going to turn this into a nanite mesh. It's only 90 triangles, but they recommend you turn everything nanite if you possibly can. So we're going to do that. So we're going to enable nanite and enable nanite and apply. Wait for the shaders to compile. Yeah, this is the reason I generally don't like to use tiling, because of this repeating pattern you can start to see. I mean, it's not horribly obvious. I mean, from a distance it's much more noticeable. But yeah, you can get around that by using detail textures to lay over the top of it, or using decals or something, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do it a different way. Helpwood says, wouldn't it be better anyway to do it instance material and tile it in engine? Yeah, it would be. It is true. That's basically what I was going to do. I was going to reuse the same. Well, I think I am reusing the same texture. Not the same material. My intention was to use the same material. My problem is, though, I'm worried that if I use this same material for this one, that because it does not appear to have a tiling value in the actual material anymore, which is really, yeah. See, this is the original one. I guess we can assign it and see what it does, but I have a feeling what it's going to do is it's going to, unless it's actually being stored now in the model. Let's find out. I'm curious. So I'm going to browse to where that is. It's down there. And we're going to assign it here. No, that's good. No, it's being stored in the actual model. So the tiling value is being stored in the model, which makes my life much easier. So we reuse the pot soil that we use for the other bits and pieces. What I should really do is make this less flat, but like give it a bit of undulation, a bit of height value. No, I'm being a bit pedantic. I really don't think it needs it. I don't think people are really going to notice it even. And I'd have to increase the model mesh, but with nanite it doesn't really matter. We'll save that. So we're reusing the same shader that we're using for the other pot dirt. So we don't need that one. We don't need that one. Fine. We'll see, with this one I did actually give the mesh a little bit of depth, which is what I really should have done with this one as well. I don't know that I will, because I want to I actually want to add some leaves in this, so let's add it, have a look at it. We can always change it. So we've turned it nanite, which is what we want. We don't want the materials. Let's just do a save all. And now I should be able to remove these. It may complain because it might be cached. No, good. Good. And let's add the dirt. Let's match the scale. And the rotation. And we'll take it up to, or down to, I guess about there.
I've been running around in circles, trying to find you, it's feeling eternal. I don't want to live like this. My life feels empty, you're what I miss. I'm standing here all alone, waiting for someone.
It needs to come down just a little bit.
I've been craving for somebody.
And that should be good. And so you notice it's already less noticeable as being tiled once it's actually in the actual level. But we're going to do something else anyway, so I'm going to duplicate this so we have one on the other side. And we're going to mirror it in the X, I believe.
Trying hard to set myself away from you. Oh, moving on from what we had. That's what I'm gonna
Interesting. It looks like the angle on this one's a little bit different.
all the emptiness is gone without you. Circles are outrun. Every single step I'm taking guides my way to the sun. I'm standing here on my
Needs to come down a little bit. Hang on, let me undo that. Not selecting the right axes. There we go. Alright. Now we're going to... I'm just going to get rid of some of these plants that are poking through the actual geometry. It shouldn't be there. Andrew Dot says, I knew the music wasn't playing. It was just a welcome change. Look, do you guys want me to turn the music off? I'm happy to turn it off. If you really want me to, I will. I don't have a problem switching it all. Helpwood says, yeah, sometimes you got to enjoy some heavy metal instead of this Wob Wob remix. Sniper Echo walked me through how to set up the tiling texture stuff in UE, but I don't recall how. Hey Kamal, it's good to see you. I see that you posted in the gallery, Kamal, as well, of the Warhammer project. Looking really, really cool. I'll show it towards the end of the stream today just before I sign off, because it does look really cool, Kamal. Nice work. Really lovely modelling and texturing work. So I will. I'll show it just before we sign off. Remind me if I forget, but I'll keep Discord open here so I can see it. It should remind me. Yeah, lovely work. You don't mind the music? I can turn the music off if you really want me to, guys. If you don't like the wob wob wob. You don't mind the music? Alright. We'll leave it on for now. So what we're going to do here is, I'm going to get rid of some of these plants that are sticking through the geometry, which should not be there. So we're going to have to go into, what I'm going to do is save all. And go into, I believe it's landscape mode for this, because we have to paint it out. So we have remove, I'm just waiting for the shaders to catch up here. So we're going to go into remove foliage and paint. Come on. You're really going to be that difficult, aren't you? Stop that. Wow. Really? Wow. I'm wondering if the mesh is in the way, it's stopping it from painting out. Let's test that theory by trying to paint out here. Wow, really? Oh, there we go. It's actually, I think, the mesh is getting in the way from me painting it out. No? Good. Okay, there we go. We got there in the end. What about this one? Yeah, let's get rid of that one. Because this is procedurally generated, I can't select them individually like I can with some of the bigger trees. I have to, it's part of the material that was created for the landscape. So the only way to remove them is to actually paint them out. erase them that way. Mind that. I don't mind that one in that little gap there. That's not too bad. I do think I want to get rid of them growing through the tiles here though. The same with this ground cover. We don't really want that there either. Couple of the twigs is fine. Stop it. And this one. Yeah, I guess we'll get rid of this one too, 'cause it's actually intersecting the geometry there. Yeah, you guys are talking about summer and winter. I like winter. Winter is my favourite time of the year. I like it cold and cool. Well, cold for Australia anyway. I know you guys in Europe laugh, and the United States that live in places where it snows laugh at me when I say cold, but cold for me. That's very cool, the way that the brush is reflected over here inside the reflection of the door. I think that's very cool. Get rid of it. Why is it so hard to erase some of these plants sometimes? What? Probably my brush strength. I probably need to turn it up. Come on, get rid of that little plant. There we go. I'm trying to avoid erasing some of the twigs and stuff because I don't mind the look of the twigs. That one can probably stay in the corner there, that's fine. Not that one. Come on. Finally. Okay. That little one in there can stay, that's fine. The twigs can stay, but we've got one here that needs to go. Let's get rid of that one there. And that one there, and that one there, and that one there. And that one there. And you, and you, and you. Okay. So now we can get out of landscape mode, go into foliage mode, and let's see here. I think I'll start by adding some just general leaves here and there. I'm going to undo that. What else do I want to do? I might just erase some of these leaves. I think I went a bit overboard. Just a few too many. That's better. What else have we got to play with? What are these branches? Okay, we can't use that one. We have needles as well, but we've got no pine trees around here, so I can't really use needles. It wouldn't make sense. Pine needles is what I mean. I'm just curious as to what these are. Just gonna make sure I've switched off everything else. Yeah, I just want to see what I think these are large actually. Why are you not letting me paint? Actually, I want to go back to the leaves. I want to paint. Select paint single. I want to actually add singles here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the dirt layer here. And the leaves sort of will help to hide the fact that it's a tiling texture, even though it's not that noticeable. But okay, Now what do I want to put in there? I might just actually add a few more leaves as singles through here, so I got a bit more control over their placement. Yeah, so what do I want to put in the garden beds? Let me see. I think something with a little bit of height might look good. So maybe azalea bushes, they'd actually probably be good for there. Some ferns might work as well, but let's work with the bigger stuff first. So and pink or white, maybe pink, add a bit of colour, maybe one of the ones that's less manicured. Let's see what this one looks like. So an azalea bush, I vary the size here between 1.5 and 2.5, that's why they're all coming in a little bit different. Just undo that one. I think what else can we bring in? What about some white azalea bushes to highlight the pink? So maybe this one. They're actually a little big, so let's just undo that. And let's change the scaling to 0.9 to 1.5. That's better. Okay, enough azalea bushes. Let's go with some ferns, I think. I actually have two types of ferns and I'm not sure which one I want. In fact, I might just put some of these flowers in as well. I'm going to go into selection mode. And I might just move these toward the end, I think. I don't want the height to be in the middle. I want the height to be more toward the edge, so it sort of ends up drawing your eye more toward the door. So if I move this one over, I may even scale this one back a little bit. Yeah, just helps to draw your eye more toward the center of the door as opposed to being all clustered in the middle. Difficult to see with this one because we have these trees behind it, but I think some ferns, that's what I was doing. I'm so easily distracted. Let's have a look at, I guess, this one. We want it to look a bit overgrown. One there, one there. Let me move it forward because I don't want it intersecting the wall. I want it to look like it's overhanging the wall, so I need to bring it up, I think. Maybe the same with this one. Okay, so we will tackle what's behind here in a minute. I think the next thing we'll do is maybe start with the fence. Yeah, we'll look at that in a minute. Yeah, I don't know that I really want any plants around this sculpture thing in the middle. Let's do the fence line. I did create some trees in Speed Tree that I want to bring in, maple trees, because we have these leaves which are maple leaves. So we need to bring in some maple trees, and I created some in Speed Tree which are during autumn, so the leaves are either a red or a golden yellow. So, but we'll look at that, I think, after we bring the fence line in. I think that'll be better. So I guess first thing we should do is bring in one of the gates, the main gates. Where did I put them? Car gates, there we go. Make sure we're in the right layer, make sure I do a save all. So we'll bring the left gate in. Hang on. Oh, I'm thinking, what's going on? I'm still in foliage mode. Wow. Okay. Let's get back into our normal mode. There we go. Now let's bring the left gate in. We're going to scale it up to, we'll try 3 times the size it is at the moment. We'll see how that looks. I'm actually thinking I might. It's not too bad. Let's bring the right side gate in and have a look at both of them together. Again, we're going 3 by 3 by 3. Wait. Oh, okay. They don't line up correctly, that's the problem. I'm just trying to gauge size here. I did check the car. The car is the correct height as well. Kamal says, I feel that I invaded Discord and chat. No, it's all good. You guys talk away. Let's just move them over because they're not in the right spot. And I just want to make sure they're lined up correctly. I actually think they might be a bit small. Maybe we'll get the posts and that'll give me a better idea of how big I want to make them. No problem, come on. Andrew Luss says, I'm just rendering a test shot for something. Yeah, let's bring the posts in. I'll have a look at it that way. I just want to, let's just save this. Wow. That's just because I appropriated that texture slot. Let's fix that. So it doesn't look like it's covered in leaves. There we go. Now let's just save this so I can open up the gate section. Car gate, this one I think. Just wait for Max, there we go. Yeah, let's bring in the posts and then we can go from there. So I'm going to start with the metal posts. It's facing the wrong way, so I need to rotate it 180 degrees. And that means the gates need to come down a little bit. So that they sort of fit between these two bits that stick out from the fence here. Or from the post. I'm pretty sure that's the way I designed it. Yep. Move the post over. Let's duplicate the post for the other side. And rotate it 180 degrees. Right, what have we got after that? So we have the posts, and then I keep getting my mouse buttons confused between Macs and Unreal. Then we have these decorative urns that sit on top. So that'll be this. So let's duplicate that for the other side. And then we have the really large posts, which go right up to the edge of the smaller posts. So it'll be this one. How did I position these? I did sink them right into the middle. Hey Euro, it's good to see you, buddy. How are you? Euro says, beat up Tuesday. It's good to see you, Euro. Hope you had a good weekend. Yeah, again, sorry about last week, guys. I couldn't stream because my internet provider went down on Tuesday last week. Nobody on the East Coast had internet. Okay, it looks like I have to make some adjustments to this post actually, but let's get this piece positioned. Yeah, this post needs to be rotated, I think. I think they both do actually. Yep, so we have the decorative bit, and the decorative bit. Yep. So we don't have this undecorative bit like that. Let's rotate this one 90 degrees as well. Yuri says my schedule's pretty much night shift, so my Monday spans Tuesday too. This is why I don't. mention what day it is here because I come to you from the future, but it's actually Tuesday where I am. But I know it's Monday for you guys in the US. In Europe, I think. But it's actually Tuesday for me. It just gets confusing, that's why I don't mention it very much. Too confusing. US says 0217 Tuesday here. Android Lust says we're behind in the US as usual. Yes, same here, 17th today, Tuesday. But yeah, like I said, I tell you guys I stream Monday and Tuesday, which for me is Tuesday and Wednesday. But we don't talk about that because, yeah, it gets confusing. Hang on, what's going on here? Wait. I think I had my posts the right way around, the way they were, which is interesting. Yeah, because we have our little attachments here, so I was wrong. They do have to go back that way. So we're not going to have any decorative pieces on the back side, which means this one needs to rotate. This way. I think what I need to do for this one is I need to transform it on the, I believe it's going to be the Y. Yep, so we have the undecorative bit toward the back there, is what we want. To match this one here. And let's just line that up. Make sure this one is lined up. Okay. Now, looks like the gate might have to come over a bit. So that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Oops, not that one. Let's move these over. So we've got a path that comes along here. So I might even bring them over a little bit more. So, and then after that we start with two curved pieces for the fence line. So let's do that. and they're going to be curving outward. So let's bring in one of these curved bits. Gets a little difficult to see with all these trees in the way. So we want to bring that. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So it's going to curve to... Wait, I'm getting confused. I'm just going to go into unlit mode here so it's a bit easier for me to see what's going on. So I think this needs to be rotated 90 degrees. And it sort of sticks into that big post there, like that. Oh, no, all the way, more like that, I'm assuming. Yeah, all the way into the post. Yep. Make sure we're about the middle of the post. Well, how high do we go? Yep, goes pretty high there. And that's around about the middle. So the green line is about in line with there. Green line. Maybe bring it down a little. Okay, so let's duplicate this one. And mirror it on the X. I think they might need to come down a little bit. Yeah, so I'm trying to gauge the height here by this green line and this corner section of the post. I think That's about right. So this green line with this corner section of the post. Let's go back into lit mode. We're getting in this section there, but the player's never going to see the top of that post. Andrew Dust says unlit mode. Nobody likes the unlit mode, no. Unlit mode looks awful. It makes it easier for me to see that. Kamal says it's time to sleep for me. Take care. You have a good night, Kamal. Thanks for popping in. I will show your work though just before I sign off today because I do love it. It looks great. But if you guys don't want to wait for me to show it to you, then jump on the Discord server. But I will show it. But yeah, you have a good night, Kamal. We'll play around with the tree positioning once we get a bit more of the fence line in, I think. Because I think, yeah, we've got a tree basically going right through the fence here. We'll look at that in 2 secs. We'll get a couple of the straight sections in and then we'll position the trees. So then we have to move on to the straight sections, I believe. Yeah, then we have so then we got a small post and then we've got a small post. This one I believe what I've done is I've used the large one and scaled it back. So I don't think I saved that out as a separate piece. I think we're reusing this piece here. But we need one of the short pieces to go in, which will be this one here. And we have to line up those green bits with these green bits like that. Good. Let's duplicate this one. These are nanite meshes as well. That's why they can look a bit funky with all the different... It's the clusters that you can sometimes see when you duplicate things, I've noticed with nanite. Oh wow, stop it, Unreal. I hate that. I want to move the camera and it moves the object. It's a bugbear of mine with this engine all the time. Okay, and then we have straight sections, I believe. Yeah, we've got a post, but let's put the straight section in, then we can move the up post in. So a straight section will be this one. Can't quite remember how that goes. Oh, okay. That actually does cover part of the post. So that means this needs to come in. And this needs to come in. And then we need to duplicate this, because I didn't save it as a separate one, did I? No. And we need to scale it back. Let's try going to half. So now it needs to come up past there. Trying to get an angle on this where I can see it properly. So it needs to be bigger. Let's try 2. Two's probably pretty good. And we will, no, that's fine, we don't need to rotate it. I need to move it back. Make sure we're right up against the edge. Oh, a little bit more. And that means we need to move this one over. And then make sure this one is in the middle. Okay, we should be good. So let's duplicate. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove this one so I can duplicate everything together. It just makes it easier. So we want that, and the post, no, not that. That and the post and the straight section. So, and again we're going to duplicate it. Yeah, that's the clusters sort of flashing in and out of nanite. And we're going to mirror it on the X, I believe. So that goes there. Okay. We'll fix this dirt line up once we get the rest of the fence line in. Let's move one of these trees though, this one here that's intersecting the fence. I might move it. I'll move it outside the fence line. So foliage. I think I'll leave the sort of grouping of trees here. I like it sort of like on the edge there. I think it looks pretty cool. I think there for the moment they're okay. We'll make some more adjustments once we start working on the forest area a little bit more. I quite like this big tree here as well, sort of blocking the gate a little bit as we come down the path. I think it looks pretty interesting. How are we going? Okay, we've got to get some ivy going. Just have a stretch. Kamal wanted me to say I love you. I love you, Kamal. I'm sorry if you're not in here to see me say it. So yes, you redeemed some viewer points. I love you, Kamal. Sorry, I don't look at my requests window often enough. So yeah, ivy I guess is next. And that's going to be interesting because it's broken up into all little bits and pieces, and it's always a bit of a nightmare to put in. So we've got one piece here, and this one is called the gate left post ivy. Gate left post ivy. This one. And we have to scale it to match the post. It does not seem right. What's that all about? Wait. I think what's happening, I'm just going to delete that. You can see the scale, even though I'm scaling it to the same value as the post, is not matching the post. And I have a feeling that's because I didn't do a reset on the X form. We'll find out. Yeah. Let's see. Reset X form. So gate left post ivy. Nouveau entry. No, we want car driveway, car gate fence, I believe. No. Where did I save them? Car gate, maybe? I think this is where I saved it. Gate left post ivy. Okay, yep, this will be it. Okay, let's re-import that model. I can have a coffee while it's doing it. I'm just going to open it up and remove the collision because I have a feeling it re-adds collision. Yeah, it does. So let's just get rid of the collision. Let's bring it in. Scale it. That's better. Again, I'm just going to go into unlit mode so I can see what I'm doing here. Avert your eyes while in unlit mode. So it's the left one and it is... Maybe it has to come back a little. It's a separate piece. Okay, so I think it needs to come in this way. Yep. And height-wise, I think it needs to come down a little bit. Okay, let's go back into lit mode. I think that's right. Smurfberry Barbecue, good to see you, buddy. How are you? Did you have a good weekend? I hope you're well. Staying out of trouble, I hope. It's good to see you, Smurf. It's so hot, so muggy. Oh, well, see, it's nice and cool where I am. I like winter. I thought you guys liked some of that. I thought you liked Southern Smurfberry. No? I hate the hot, muggy weather. I hate it. I'm so glad it's cooling down here where I live. Coming into winter. Android Lusts agrees it is hot. Oh, Smurf says I like mild weather. Yeah, it's easier to get warm than it is to get cool. At least that's what I find. It's quicker and easier to get warm than it is to get cool. That's why I like the cold weather. I think our ivy is in the right spot. So let's bring in the ivy now on the other post. So that'll be, it'll mean I have to re-export it again, because I can guarantee if I didn't do a reset on the expo on that one, I wouldn't have done one on this one either. So let's reset the expo. Collapse the stack. And re-export the model. And re-import it into Unreal Gate Right Post. And I can have a copy while it does that. Smurf says, like warm, not humid. Oh, really? Yeah, I don't like the humidity either. Usually in Melbourne where I live during summer, we get like a dry heat, which is fine. So it gets hot, but usually it's a dry hot. But summer just gone, it was terrible. It was really, really humid. It was like when I lived in Queensland. There, so it was a really humid hot weather, which is just horrible. You sweat, it's sticky, it's awful. I hate it. But that's unusual for Melbourne. Like normally where I live, we get hot weather, but it's dry heat, but not the summer just gone. It was really humid. Very unusual. So I'm just going to again remove the collision from this, because we don't need collision on Ivy. And let's bring it in, and we want to scale it up. And bring it over to our post. And I just need to double check in Max how I'm supposed to position it. So, looks like the base is in that corner. Okay. Again, I'm just going to go into unlit mode so I can see what I'm doing. So that would mean it needs to come forward. And over, and maybe down. Is that correct? Not really. Needs to come back. Okay. I actually think I might need to go over a little bit. let's do a save all. So we're going to try and work out how we want our fence line to go around here. I think I want to keep the fence pretty tight to the driveway. I don't want to sort of like run the fence all the way out here. I think I'll keep it pretty tight in around the driveway. But we have a lot more ivy to add. But what I want to do now, I think, is I'm just going to save the current level. Let's check out some of Kamal's work. So it looks really, really cool. So Kamal's working on a Warhammer project, 3D diorama project, and it looks very nice. Skulls for the Skull God. So what's exactly, he's doing a 3D diorama, so he's printing these out, I'm assuming. Modelled each part as separate before, and I decided to join all the parts in one scene. Oh, hang on, here I share a reference photo above. I hope you like it. Yeah, no, it does, it looks really cool. So he looks like he's modelling these sections out. And printing them out, I'm assuming. Because yeah, he has these series of modelled each part in Inventor, imported it into Max, unwrapped each to get ready for Substance Painter. He's got some really cool detail going on, like pipes in the ground that he mentions here. Look really cool. Yeah, really nice detailing. I'm trying to, am I getting completely confused? What's going because he's talking about painting, using Painter to do the texturing. So what is this? He's sharing a reference photo. Oh, so he's using this as reference. Okay. Okay, Phil understands now. It took Phil a little while, but that's reference. Yeah, I get it now. Took me a while, but yep. Well, from what I can see in his modelling up of these, it looks like he's working on the ground section here to begin with. He's doing a really nice job. Nice detail work going on. Like I said, yeah, looks really cool. And then he's going to take this into Substance Painter and texture it up. Makes much more sense now. And this is the reference. Yeah. Well, so far, I love what he's done. He's got some really nice detailing going on. So when he takes it into Substance Painter, it should look really cool once he starts texturing all of this up. Very nice. Whoa, look at those polys. Which is fine. 10 million polys. Is that correct? I think that's correct. Android Lust says, I didn't know it was the reference. And I didn't either. I thought this was the 3D model. I didn't understand. Because I didn't open it up because I was streaming. Anyway, I'm sure he'll do a good job with the texturing, and he's already doing a great job with the modeling. So it's gonna look cool. I love all this gothic-y looking windows and stuff. That's what caught my attention, this bit here. Actually, I love all the detailing going on in here. And as Smurf says, the skulls for the win. It'll look cool. I can't wait to see it once he starts texturing it up. I wonder if Sniper Girl's enjoying Doctor Strange in the multiverse. That's what she's doing. She's seeing a movie instead of watching me stream. Can you believe that? She posted in the Discord. But I think we might leave it there for today, guys. We'll finish doing this fence line tomorrow. That's the button I want. Yeah. I do want to thank you guys very much for hanging out. Again, apologies for last week, for Tuesday last week. Beyond my control. Internet went out for the country. For this side of Australia, for me anyway. I will be back on again tomorrow though. Internet gods willing. Make sure. I haven't had a problem since last week, so it should be alright. Yeah, I'll be back on again tomorrow. We'll finish doing the fence line for the driveway. I do want to thank you guys again, like I said, for hanging out and watching. I appreciate it. Smurf says cylinders eat up so much polys. True. Euro says if it's going into a game and not 3D printing, I hope Kamal does a low poly retopology and bakes it out. Well, if you can be... Apparently with Unreal you could bring a 10 million poly object in and it wouldn't be a problem. That's what Unreal, that's what Epic say. I wouldn't do it, but yeah. Yeah, you guys have a great night and I'll see you all again tomorrow. And it says I'm sure it's 3D print. Yeah, I think. See you guys.